Welcome to the Bullshit Podcast. Today, the topics are the CAD being fixed in one day, new stuff coming, and a lot more bullshit. Today, we're being joined by Luke, Jason, and Nathan, and our new permanent podcaster, Bry. How y'all guys doing today?
Good.
I'm doing great.
Pretty good. I'm glad to have a new podcaster on here with us.
Yeah, that was a great choice to bring Brian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Happy to be part of the new podcast.
Oh yeah, especially since none of us knew what the hell we were doing before. Still really don't, but yeah.
Well, I had a little idea, but like Bry, he said he went to school for this stuff, or he had to do it.
But
when
we
he
all
went to school.
agree. Yeah, we all agree. If one of us fucks up, it's on Bry's fault. Correct?
Yeah.
We all agree on
Yep.
that.
Seems legit.
Everyone going down the list. Nathan, you agree, right? Jason
Yeah, I
agrees. Yeah, everyone agrees we're good.
Yeah.
So it's all your fault, Bry, if we mess up.
Well, then don't fuck up.
If it happens, it's your fault. It's the simplest way to put it.
Just means y'all need to be more trained.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get into the topics. Let's talk about the CAD getting fixed in one day. How much of a miracle that was.
And it wasn't.
Realistically, there wasn't a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
Skill.
It wasn't really in a day. It was more like 2 or 3 hours, and it was fixed.
Yeah. Well, the person who did it, he's been doing this for a long time. I've worked with him before in making CADs. He's made a lot of good CADs before. So he did an awesome job with fixing it off the bat. Last night at the end of RP, he DM'd me, said, "Was there any problems?" And of course, I said no because none of y'all told me at that time that there was any problems. And then I went back and changed it, and so he fixed it first thing this morning. And it's fucking. We're now sitting at a point to where the panic buttons now work, which is the cops' big point they wanted fixed. And Civs can now use the phone on the CAD to call 911. And what I also heard he's planning on making it where like you can do like the twatter and fixing it up so that people can use the twatter in the main, like it'll put like a Discord notification in the main server if you post something on twatter, which will be something pretty nice, don't y'all think?
Yeah,
Yes,
that'll be
sir.
great.
I actually liked the CAD last night. Freaking, it was easy to make sieves. You didn't have to worry about the freaking medical stuff.
Yeah.
Because nobody ever used it in the old CAD, so.
Well, being honest, I kind of missed the medical. Like, that's something I was going to ask him eventually to add back, because the medical to me was something that it just gave more opportunities for roleplay experience to become better.
But like, don't make it mandatory. Like, you have to put something down for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
actually agree with that.
NA.
Yeah, but
That's the whole point of putting NA is because, yeah, I mean, yes, he probably could do that, but I don't know if it's possible or not, because if you realize even on this CAD, everything has to be filled in. Like, it's just the way it is made. Like, the way these CADs are made is every little thing has to have a specific information in there. If you don't put the information as required, it just fucks up the way the CAD is made because of the way everything is.
Yeah.
Well, if he can, that would be nice.
Yeah, if he could, that'd be nice, but we'll see what kind of way it can go on. Because the medical stuff, it would kind of just like give more information, like some backstory to Civ characters a little bit better.
Miracle cards.
Yeah, that would be something actually I want. Another thing I've been wanting is the hunting and fishing license back into the CAD, because we currently, if you haven't noticed, those got removed.
I didn't notice that, surprisingly.
Yeah, those got removed with this update, with this new CAD. Something I want added to the CAD, but we'll have to see over time what he has into the CAD.
I mean, yeah, especially if we bring park rangers back. Which I don't see
whenever
happening.
you add the marijuana card in there, it's going to be put in through the DMV, or is it going to actually go like medical stuff?
I don't know. It can be done in a variety of different ways. What he was telling me for certain stuff. He's wanting to use like the phone for more stuff. Is what I'm getting hints of. Is he wants to where like you maybe have to fill out like an application on your phone to get a marijuana license.
Ooh, that'd be
But see,
nice.
that's the problem. Well, see, that's the problem though. Y'all do realize we're in Georgia law. Georgia law stands. That means no marijuana is allowed.
Not at all, yeah. But I mean, for like RP purposes, you could do it since there is smoke on the water stuff. But like that could
Yeah.
be some. That would be something we would have to all sit down and talk about. You, I mean, us, but like you as a staff team,
Or
sit down.
or could we?
Well, we could
We need to
operate it.
we need to really do a mayor so we can actually like have the mayor put in some suggestions like, hey, do you want to add this law or take away this law?
Okay, no offense. Some of the people who would be running for mayor aren't smart enough for all that.
One of them would be Hazard.
Just being honest.
Hazard actually did Hazard even
No.
run for the last one?
Staff members are not allowed to run
Oh, okay. Well, that
Oh, wait.
because technically, no, staff are not allowed to run. It's only people who are not staff are the ones that are allowed to run for mayor.
It's like
let's
me and
hope
Jason.
Luca doesn't run for mayor.
If
God,
Luca does, I'd just say boycott it.
I would just immediately deny his
I mean,
request.
in reality, the people who can run for mayor are Luca, Jason, of course, actual Luke.
Hold on,
Yeah,
can we
is
move
allowed to
Grown?
run.
It would take Grown staff away so he can run for it.
Wait, what?
No, we're not. I mean, hold on. We could do that with Cosmos. We could take away Cosmos
Yeah.
stuff, so he could run for mayor, and that would be fucking actually an idea. Because he
That is
was
true.
talking to me earlier about wanting his stuff taken away.
That means there's a new spot opening up on the staff team.
No, the fuck there ain't.
Hey,
What?
no.
Nice
I
try.
mean, we
Luke.
have a lot of staff members.
Dang, I'm trying to get my position
We
back.
good on staff, friend. It ain't happening yet.
Yeah, we got too
yeah, I
much
know.
staff as is. We got to remove some.
Yeah,
No, we're all looking at removing a couple. But we'll see how that kind of works out in the future.
we'll have to get them on
With
here
the
if
way
you
everything works.
as you remove them. We'll have
I mean,
to get
yeah,
them in
definitely.
here. Like, what do you think of the entire situation and stuff? But that's a story for when that happens.
Oh yeah, definitely. But no, I mean, he seems like he kind of wants to be removed from staff because he is a very busy person in real life. I know me and him was talking about that earlier today. But yeah,
I
it
believe
just
I was
comes
in
down to
there
what
for
all
it.
he wants to do.
You also did tell him you would
It
immediately.
comes down. Yeah, it comes down to what he wants to do for the staff. Yeah, but no, the CAD though, there's a couple things here and there we want to add to the CAD still. So the CAD's not fully finished yet. Like I know he's wanting to make more contacts, so you get more stuff, just more stuff like that because currently the phone's not filled out yet. And when the phone's filled out, that'd be kind of fucking neat to have the phone fully filled out so people can do a lot more stuff with the CAD because he's currently playing the biggest thing he's playing with right now is using the Cash App feature on the CAD. See if there's a way for us just to be able to send small amounts of money to each other on the CAD. Not on
Okay.
CAD, but be able to pay people
Through
small amounts of money.
with the CAD and Discord.
Hey, bro,
That
can
would-
I borrow $1?
That would be cool if it was set up with the bank and there was a way that you could go on there with BNB and pay your tickets through your phone. But that's a whole nother thing. Deal.
That would be that would be fucking cool as fuck, but it just comes down to all what he's capable of doing. Because this man, he's a very busy person in real life, especially since he's not on the same time zone as us, kind of.
Oh yeah, he's
What time zone
EU.
is he?
He's EU
He is GMT,
or GMT.
Mm.
so he's not on the same time zone as us. So it's kind of just harder for him to realistically stay active. But I mean, as a developer and developing this CAD, he's doing a fucking awesome job.
He said he started it in February and didn't expect it to be done for another couple months. And he hasn't done
Yeah. Well, he didn't expect him to finish it as fast as he finished it. to where it could be usable. Like, and technically, in reality, with us and with me and him working together, trying to make this CAD the perfect CAD it can be, we're going to be adding a lot of stuff over a small amount of time because we want this CAD to be the perfect CAD for this server. Because not many people in this day and age nowadays can say they have a fully custom CAD to their server. This is a CAD that's customized to our server to what we want in our server. At least that's what in my eyes it is. It worked, yeah, because it's working really good in my eyes for people to be able to use it better. Cops, I know I haven't really heard a lot of complaining from the cops side, but we'll see over time how much that stays.
Whenever we were doing our
But-
police impersonator, I was using the CAD to actually run their names and stuff. It's pretty solid so far.
Oh yeah, I thought in my eyes, I thought everything looks pretty fucking good and pretty solid. So nothing really was too bad. And a lot more of the stuff works on this CAD, and that's what's, at least in my eyes, is the really good part. Is more is working than the old CAD. I mean, because we all knew the old CAD was getting aggravating. That nothing realistically worked a lot. It was just overall aggravating at times. Because I remember where there'd be times people would try to sign up for the CAD that it just wouldn't let them sign up. That they had to try 4 or 5 times, or take the whole Cosmos situation where he couldn't sign up for the CAD.
Yep.
That got irritating to all of us. Well, now he's actually able to sign up for this CAD. This is a newer CAD. This is a well-built CAD, but it's also kind of what we wanted, and we don't have to pay a monthly payment on this CAD. That's what the good part of me is there's no monthly payments. I mean, because these monthly payments over a course of time just don't seem like a good idea to me. Like, I'm always a person that says, if you put a lot of money into something, you got to have something to be able to show for it in return. Like, take the CAD for example. If I'm gonna put a lot of money in it, and just to know I could never fully be the full owner of it, I just don't see the point in paying monthly on it. Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, now don't get me wrong. There's a time where, like, I agree with people like actually going out, say, like, if people are like just starting a community and they don't know a person to get an actual CAD from like this. I agree with them renting a CAD to a degree, but like us, we had our own CAD for so long. What's the point of rushing out there to go rent a CAD when we have a CAD paid for in our name?
Yeah.
I mean, but like, that's that situation with me, is because we all together, I think we all as a group, we all kind of understand like what the financial situation of our server is, and it's decent. It's better than probably some other servers, but even that, we just don't want to waste money. Like, I'm trying to think of the name of that CAD. What's that CAD that Jaeger had? Was it Sonoran CAD?
Yes, Sonora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't
I mean,
remember.
I mean, could y'all realistically see me dumping that much money into that? Like, that CAD, what I remember, like, I used to help Jaeger pay for it every month, and we don't, like, personally, I dumped into that CAD like $50, and I have nothing to show for that money, and it's just like, what's the point of putting $50 into something I don't ever have? I can't show no like real reason why I paid $50 in that account. Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, you know what? This situation isn't the best situation for our server. So we kept the CAD we had for so long. And I said, I think it kind of benefited us. So, because we were able to wait a while and find someone who's able to custom make our CAD, which, by the way, y'all don't even know this. I wasn't even trying to find a CAD when he came to me and said, hey, I can build you a fully custom CAD for your server when he joined the server. Like, like, I wasn't even messaging him about it or anything like that. He just came to me randomly. He said, hey, this is actually a really good server. He said, do y'all want a custom CAD for the server? I said, yeah. I'd be stupid if I said no. I mean, like we would be really stupid if we said we don't want a custom CAD for a fucking server. I mean, y'all know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that was the best thing we could do is go with a fully custom CAD. Which, to a degree, I'm not gonna lie, there is some things that could be better. It could have been updated a little bit better, but something's better than nothing.
Oh yeah. As long as it works, it works.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we could be over here using a Sonoran, fucking free Sonoran CAD, which holds like 10 people.
Shit, we could be over here using fucking Lions Police CAD.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
yes.
not gonna like Thomas's server.
Probably.
No, that's what they
Thomas
use.
uses
Wait,
Lions.
he's really using lines?
Yeah, use
Is he?
Lions Police CAD.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you know his server's never gonna succeed in life. I'm joking. I don't. Okay, I am gonna say that I don't disagree with someone actually using Lives Police CAD because at least they're not paying monthly on a fucking CAD. I would prefer people to use a Lions Police CAD than pay monthly.
Especially if you're
Because
just
Even though it
starting
is
out.
Pretty basic one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty basic. But when you're just starting out, that's what you need is the basics.
That is true.
Like when I first started out, like when I first made my first community, I ain't gonna lie, I had a bubble CAD. I've always had bubble CADs. To me, bubble CADs are better. But then again, I always look at it like, what's the point of having 50 CADs, like 50 CADs that you're paying for monthly, when you're not, when it's just don't show anything. So that's where like my situation comes to hand.
Yeah.
But a lot of people actually disagree with me. They're like, well, paying for these CADs help out a lot of people, so they don't have to pay a large chunk sum at one time. Well, no offense. I mean, I would prefer to pay one large chunk at one time than just pay like $50, like $40 to $30 a month, so that a server can stay sustaining for 3 or 4 months. And when their server goes to shut down, and you want to create another server, guess what? You've got to continue paying the payments, and you don't have a fully paid off CAD. Like, the reason we were able to buy this CAD is because of donations. We were able to buy the CAD because of donations, and so we have a fully operational CAD because of those things. And we don't have to pay him monthly, which is my biggest thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah. I think we've talked, though, enough about the CAD situation at hand. I think we need to switch on to the other stuff. What was the other topics?
New stuff coming.
Yeah.
Oh, the new stuff coming. I mean, Brad, you wanna talk about the new stuff?
Well, new stuff coming, which is not new to the staff that, of course, know of it, but to the people that's in the staff or not in the staff, we got a drag racing list coming to the server called World of Outlaws. If you don't know what a drag race is, then either look it up or you're a complete fucking dumbass if you have to look that up anyways, because you should know what a drag race is.
No.
But
You just maybe new to life at that point if you don't know what drag race is by this time in your life.
yeah, but last season it was all staff. We actually had a pretty good run. I'm gonna name the top 3 was Dio, Deer, and Nathan. Unfortunately, I didn't get that number 1 spot because I wrecked my shit. So, but Nathan does hold the streak as of right now for holding number 1 for solid 3 weeks. So,
I think that's gonna change soon.
I think no offense.
Have you
I think I'm
seen
getting that
Nathan's
number 1
car?
spot.
Have you seen Nathan's
No,
car?
no, Jason, no one's seen my car for this coming up season. I think my car this season is going to be a very good car. It's based off a very classic car. And I'm gonna laugh my ass off when everybody finally knows what I'm driving, because
Yeah,
so many people are gonna hate me for driving this car.
Is
But
it an
I don't
all-wheel
care.
drive car though?
No, it's not an all-wheel drive. It's a muscle car.
Okay. Honestly, I don't even know
Um,
any muscle cars that are all-wheel drive. So
no. So it's a car, but I've seen a lot of what the competition is going to use this year, and for this season, I think I'm good. If I have to, I'm not gonna lie. If I have to, I'll switch cars halfway through. If I just cannot figure out a way to drive the cars good, like I know what I'm gonna do to go against growing. Like I'm gonna beat growing no matter what. I don't care what it takes.
Have fun trying.
I'm going to
shoot,
beat you.
even with
Like,
the
I'm
Willie, even
going.
with the Willie glitch though, you can't beat that car.
Well, I mean, technically, you can beat that car with the wheelie glitch. No, there's a way to beat that car with the wheelie glitch.
Well, you
I mean,
better get to practicing then, because right now I'm smoking you.
Yeah, but you were smoking me in another car. This is a whole nother car you're going against. This is a whole nother car designed to beat you. Like that, I ain't gonna lie. I have a friend of mine who gets on GTA with me every now and then. That we were fucking sitting there. He bought the same car as you, and I've just been drag racing the hell out of his car, just so I can make sure I can beat your car.
Okay.
So
You
I've
do
been.
know it doesn't. It always doesn't depend on the car. It depends on the driver.
Oh,
That
I
is
know,
awesome
but
too.
what I did, what you don't know is I did record the way you drive your car that night, and I've been using that footage, and we both been just using the information to help out each other. And he's been using like double clutch and the wheel glitch. So one way or another, I'm gonna win this one if there ain't nothing comes down to it.
All right.
And if you don't wreck your shit,
Well, good luck, Nathan.
I promise this one, everybody. I'm either gonna do two things. I'm either gonna rent my car trying, or I'm gonna do it.
All right. Well, I'll give you a good luck.
which the thing is though,
Yeah.
before the beginning of season 1, me, Nathan, Deer, Hazard, and Dio, we all literally said, Nathan, don't wreck at all this season. He's like, come on, y'all know fucking better than that. Because we low-key all thought Nathan was gonna fucking wreck his shit within the first 2 weeks. Nope.
I personally thought I was gonna wreck the first night. Like, and I kept that. I stayed pretty clean. Like my car never wrecked until that last night where my fucking as I'm gonna say, my shit failed and I crashed into deer. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, his
And that's one
brakes
more
went
to the
out,
story.
and he took Deer out along with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm claiming, and that is what I'm staying it as.
Yep.
I totally wasn't mad and just rammed into the side of her. Not me. Nope.
Yep, I fucking end up hitting the rock and barrel rolling my car, so.
No, at least Deer went out like it wasn't her fault, but your ass over there just fucking hits the damn rock and just boom, you're done. Like that was funny as fuck.
You didn't even know what exactly happened until I fucking called myself
shit.
out on it.
I watched it. I was gonna see if you called your damn self out on it. I knew you had enough respect to call yourself out on it. Like we all watched you do it. Like we were just waiting for you to say something. And
Shoot, as soon as I called myself out on it, Deer fucking was fucking relieved because she got the #1 spot. And then Dio, actually no, Dio ended up getting in. She couldn't even beat Dio.
That was bullshit with Dio's car. Is like Dio just kept switching cars so fucking much that night, and that was bullshit.
No.
Like how many cars that last night did he go through? Like 4?
No, he kept the same one. He switched once during the season.
No, he switched twice. I know twice he switched. Because he started in a Hellcat, then he went to a Dominator, and then he went to that fucking other like Dominator car that he had, like the Dominator Classic or whatever the fuck it's called in GTA. I can look it up.
The Vapid Dominator GTX.
Yeah. Yeah, Vapid Dominator GTX, yep. GTT. No, it was the Vapid Dominator GTT.
Okay. Well, I'll be right back, guys.
But yeah. That's gonna be like our case scenario with that. Is I think I can beat the #1 cars on the list no matter who it is. It does suck that Dio's not gonna be back on the list this season.
For real, because technically, whenever Dio does get back, and we're gonna be like in season 4
He's
possibly.
falling down all the way to 0. He's gonna be followed all the way down to 0 by the end of night 1.
Oh yeah, but Dio can use that excuse like, whenever he gets back, he's like, "Hey, no one's ever beat my car yet, so."
Oh yeah. Well, I beat his car one or two times. It just that last night I couldn't. I just could not do the shit
You
to save
couldn't
my
do
life.
shit that night.
I really couldn't. That was the sad part. I couldn't beat no one to save my life that night, and I don't know what it was. It just that car wouldn't go that night, and it was so funny because I
Well, I
remember
think
lining up against Deer. Like that was the when I had enough though. When I lined up against Deer, and me and Deer went down the strip, and I lost to Deer. It's like what the fuck's going on with this car? Because what people don't know is I raced Deer every single night for 3 weeks, and I won. That last
except
night
for
I
the
lost to
first
her.
week. The first week, I was the only one that was
I
able to
let
beat
off.
you.
Yeah, the first week you were the only one able to beat me, but I went back and I beat you again. Like I was able to
Yeah.
beat you a lot.
Oh
I
yeah.
was firmly beating you pretty well. Um, but Deer, the situation with Deer is I raced
You,
Deer and kept racing and racing and racing her, and I lost to her that last night. It's like, how the fuck do I go to winning against you the entire season, but the last night, what'd you do to your car the last night that I don't know about? Because it's GTA.
for real.
Let's think about this for a minute. It was GTA. Like, there's not really a whole lot you can do to your car to make it faster.
Yeah, and you even end up losing the fucking hazard. You
At
you literally
one
fell
point.
to the fifth spot, and then you beat two people to get back up to Deer, and you just couldn't beat Deer.
Yeah, like I did fall down to number 5, but I got back up there, and it's just I was at that point where I had enough of it. At least I got top 3. Top 3 is better than top 0.
Top
Because
5.
No, I just wanted
I'm
to be known
not.
that I could have kept my spot, but I chose to pull myself off the list to not hold anybody up.
So,
Yeah.
I say that's it for that topic.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
for that World of Outlaws topic, yeah. Now,
Yeah.
is there anything else new coming to the server that anybody knows or wants to share?
I mean, other than the fact that, of course, we got a lot of subdivisions we want to add because that's a lot of. We have a couple of subdivisions here and there we want to add to the server. Of course, we have a lot of updates coming out for the civilian to fine tune the civilians a little bit. The cops with this CAD update though, I think had the best update so far. So I think I'm gonna try to look into figuring out something to do for fire and EMS. That's gonna be something that we really want to look into doing. I think that's gonna be something pretty fun, is for us to figure out a way to update the fire and EMS. Which fire and EMS did actually get a CAD update as well, but it's just theirs wasn't as severe as the cops. I think the cops got the best part of the update, don't y'all?
I think the
Yes.
fire and EMS can actually use their CAD a lot better because the last one on the last CAD was kind of bad, and now they have a lot more options. Like they have the incident reports. We need to ask Josh to put those in the actual incident reports thing in Discord to where if we file for one, it'll just pop in there. It has autopsy reports. It has all of that.
Oh, it has all time. Oh, I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
I didn't play with the CAD much. Like I had to say it, I just played with the CAD on the Civ and the cop side. I said, "Oh, we're good." I said, "We're good. Here you go," and I just gave it to people. I really didn't play with much.
Just on the side.
What do y'all want from me? I don't really play. I mean, I played with the dispatcher side a little bit just to see if it worked. For the rare case, we do have a dispatch.
Classic
It
Nathan.
is rare though. I mean, am I wrong? We don't really have a dispatcher in the server, which we really do want one, but it's just we don't have it yet. So I think that's something. Of course, we gotta finish the tune. We gotta fine tune the actual military update, which came out. I want to say last week. This past week it came out, but I think that's actually been going pretty good. I know we did a military convoy for them Wednesday, bro. Was it?
I believe so because that was the RP that I had to miss.
Yeah. So it was Wednesday.
No, because you were there, Brian. I remember.
No, I wasn't there.
No.
I
No,
couldn't
I
be
wasn't
there
there
because
for
my
it.
buddy was on the Xbox at the time.
Yeah. So yeah, that it went pretty good. I know there's a couple things we got fine tuned because I know we plan on doing a couple of interesting scenes. I've already talked to the head of that department about adding a couple things. I know she has a couple. Deer has a couple of things she wants to add to the department, like what vehicles they can use. It's gonna be interesting to see a tank driving around San Andreas when we do a different stuff.
Maybe next podcast we'll get our answers.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Whenever
But we'll
she's
see.
free.
One day she'll be free.
One day.
But I know, with like tonight though, we have a lot of stuff going on for at least RP purposes. Where have even either one of y'all even looked at how many people's coming tonight?
Last I seen it was like 9 and 2.
Last I checked, it was 10.
We are going to figure out right now.
Yeah, 13.
13
It's 12.
people. Actually, 12.
Yeah, and
12
then
overall.
Because Brad's not caught, I'm pretty sure.
12 overall, and Sandy won.
No, and we're
Yeah.
gonna have 2 people late, so we're gonna have 14 people.
Oh wow.
That's not
Wait,
bad. That's not bad at all.
Who's the
Looks
2
like
that's
we're
gonna be
only
late?
again.
My
Who's gonna
guess
be
is
late?
Goose and Cosmos.
Cosmos and Goose, yeah.
Nathan definitely didn't look
And
at
Nathan
it.
says he don't pay attention to everybody.
I don't pay attention to every single thing everybody does, but I pay attention every now and then. I mean, you don't just build a server this big and not know how everybody works and the way everything goes.
Which, did anybody ever get the story of how Nathan built this up?
Yeah, we talked about it last podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, we did talk about that, of how I started all the way from ground zero of how I met Jaeger and pretty much how the server came about. So yeah, we've already talked about that stuff. I will say though, for a server of our size, I think we're doing pretty good. There's a couple things we could do a little bit better, which I think anybody can say that. We can always. I think there's
always
things
room
people
for
can do better in life.
improvement.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's always gonna be a amount of room for improvement. There's always gonna be a amount of room for everything you do in life. I know this server is gonna be the number one thing I really want to improve. There's a lot of updates I plan on doing personally to the server that I'm not gonna unveil yet, because if I go ahead and unveil them, that's not gonna be too fun for everybody who is going to get to know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll have to see what happens over the course of time, and people have to continue to listen to the podcast to find out all the stuff that we do with every single day, of course.
Or join the server.
Yeah, enjoy the server. I mean, that always helps.
Like, if you join the server, you know, you can still listen to what actually goes on, but I mean, even then you could be, you know, part of what goes on that day. The good part, not the bad part.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see kind of what goes on and everything like that. I mean, of course, a lot of what we say here on this podcast is just like the juicy insides of like what the stuff the actual members don't get to hear a lot of. The members a lot of the members don't really get to hear me cuss and screaming and raising sand.
Unless they
it's
heard the
mainly
incident
staff.
last night.
Real Nathan.
Unless they're involved unless they're involved with the situation, they don't really hear it a lot. I mean, now there's occasions I do cuss, raise sand, and I get pissed very fucking easily.
Nathan,
But
I think my very first RP in this server, you let it rip on something. Like, as soon as I joined the server, that's all I heard the first RP was, screw you and this and that, and then bam. I believe that's the first thing I heard whenever I joined an RP briefing.
yeah, I don't say no. I didn't. Your first night I did not ban anybody.
I don't
No,
know.
it was
I
a
think
couple
so.
of days later. I did yell at some. I yell. Okay, I'll say this. I yell at people, yes, a lot because it is it. That's what made the server what it is. Is I'm not scared to yell at people. And not gonna lie, the staff here, y'all take people's feelings into consideration a lot more than what I do. Because I'm sorry, I've dealt with this enough in my life, and I run a business in my real life, and not just in RP. It's the way I run everything in real life. I'm not going to change the way it works in real life for people on a server so that I can cope with their feelings. I'm sorry, I'm not here to cope with people's feelings. I'm here to be blunt and honest with people. I mean, take fucking Growing, for example. I mean, Growing, since we've met you from day one you've been in the server, what have you always said?
You yell a lot.
Well, not that dumbass. The fact that you're blunt and honest. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah, I'm blunt and
I
honest.
mean, exactly. Like that's what I cope myself with is I am blunt and honest in the server. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of my staff is blunt and honest, and that's the way it's going to work, and that's the way we work here.
It's either we be blunt and honest or we sugarcoat crap, and everybody gets away with everything, which won't happen.
The day that happens is the day that Nathan dies.
Or
No.
Nathan leaves the server.
Like Nathan and then all of the co-owners and stuff die, like or leaves. That's the day that happens. Because I don't see,
Don't tip Nathan. He has left the server once before.
like, I don't see that gonna be happening. Hopefully, anytime soon. You know what I mean? Because the way that this is ran is better than any other server I've been in. I don't agree with some things, but you know, you don't agree with everything.
I was like, if everything was all perfect harmony, we wouldn't be human.
Yeah.
I believe we're humans. I mean, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna do stupid stuff. Not only wrong. I try to create when I feel like we did something stupid as a staff. Say like when we voted Jason and Jason got kicked from the server. I felt that was something we did stupid. So what did I do? I went back and I gave Jason another chance, and now here we are sitting here making a podcast with the motherfucker. I mean, stuff like that's gonna happen. It's just the way we work. We're gonna do stuff that not everybody agrees with. We're gonna do crazy stuff, but we're just humans. Humans are gonna be humans, and we're gonna do what we can do best.
Yeah.
I mean, everything we do. I mean, we do a lot of actual hard work in this server to make sure everything goes pretty well. Like, bro, I can say this as good as I can. Everything goes good in the server, but we do make our occasional mistakes. Am I wrong,
Oh,
bro?
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But like you said, that's human. Everyone's gonna make a mistake. What else do you want to?
No, wait. No matter how much experience somebody has, they'll make a mistake.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, we can always make mistakes. Making mistakes is our profession.
Now, what you do with those
you're gonna make
mistakes is what determines you.
Like the
Exactly.
mistakes are like supposed to be how you learn from stuff in life. You know, everyone's gonna make a mistake.
We'll make mistakes.
I mean, it's like we've always said. It's like our saying in a server: "Family comes once." Well,
Dumb Toretto.
I don't know about y'all's family. I don't know about y'all's family in real life. My family, my personal family, some of my family members can choose. Like they have the hearts to where they can just choose to forget someone ever existed, pretty much, and like disown them from their life. Well, I hate to say it, that's what the kind of situations we do here in the server. Is if someone's making a bad mistake, we'll decide, hey, you don't need to be in here no more. You're making us not look as good as we know we are supposed to look. So we'll kind of tell you, hey, cut it out after a while, and if you still are not doing what you're supposed to be doing, we'll say, all right, we're going to have to kind of, and this is a rude way of saying it, but we got to kind of just like disown you because our record and the way we work our server has to be to a good standard. I try to hold us up to the best standard possible, not just the worst standard.
And now that we're an organization, we have to be held at a high standard.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like we're over here just being dumb idiots all the damn time. We want to hold ourselves to the best standard possible. Um, it's like I say, it's like I say every now and then. Perfection is what we strive for every single RP, and there's nothing better than finally getting that perfect stride as we reach out for every single day. We want everybody to do their best capable jobs. We want everybody to do what they know how to do and what they love to do. But that's the point of RP is I think everybody's doing it because they love it and not just because, oh, here we are. We're just doing this dumb bullshit. No, we're all doing it because we love it.
Yeah. Like if they weren't happy, they would, because of Nathan. It's the way of doing it. But everyone loves what we do here. They enjoy it, and that's what makes us not just a community or an organization. It's what makes us a family.
Yeah, I mean that's what that's at least what we think. Yeah, I say yeah.
Alrighty, any other new topics, or not new topics, but anything else new joining the server?
No, I mean I don't not as I know of right now because y'all do forget a lot of the stuff that we add to the server. I have to talk with staff first before they get added. So I mean not that I can remember. Of course, we want to work on the military a lot more, but it just comes down to what we do.
What we have time for, priorities.
Um,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What you saying?
I was just trying to keep it from being quiet, so.
All right. I say let's kind of switch on to other topics like real life situations. What's kind of going on with the world nowadays? I know we talked about the whatever swipe or whatever the licks
The
last
devious
night.
lick.
Does anybody have anything they want? Any topics or like trends that's going on? Y'all want to talk about now?
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Let's see. Another was. Actually, I think something happened in the Madden world, Nathan, or
What?
NFL world.
What's going
Hold
on?
on, let me look it up and make sure that wasn't
God.
fucking.
Oh,
We're gonna be
not-
sitting here
let's
for
talk
the.
about
Oh,
let's talk about this for a second while he's looking that up. Has anybody watched any NFL games here recently?
No.
Just for the new season? Okay, I don't suggest it because I'm about to quit watching football, NFL football, because like you know how like when you watch the NFL, you watch it for like when someone like I'm a person I love watching defense play the side of the ball. I love watching defenses. Don't get me wrong, I'm rooting for the worst defense in the NFL. I accept that I'm rooting for the worst defense, but I love watching defense. When I play football in real life, I play defense, so I love watching defense. Well, they are just the new rules that came out over the fucking summer for the NFL, like the new taunting rule. If someone like gets a sack now and they like do like the flex, like they flex, like they did a good job, like they'll like flex a little bit. That's called taunting now, and they get flagged for it, and then it's a 15-yard penalty.
really?
I'm sorry, flexing your arms because you got a sack, that's not a 15-yard penalty to me. Like that's stupid. That's taking the fun away from the NFL. Like when you watch for those like exciting moments. Like you don't watch just to see, oh, he gets back up. Yep, that's a great job. No, you watch because that's what makes it more fun. Like when someone does something like that, they want to be able to have fun. They want to do their celebrations. They got rid of celebration dances, everything you can imagine. It's making it worse in my eyes. So that type of stuff just isn't to me a good thing. Like they're taking away the fun out of the NFL, which makes sense because they are known as the no fun league.
All right, has anybody? Okay, Nathan, have you heard about Des Prescott? What he said to Tom Brady?
No, what's going on?
He says you will see us real soon, and everyone's thinking that he means the freaking playoffs.
That's Prescott. That'd be a good one to rewatch. That Prescott, I can see him going for another one. I can see the fucking Cowboys maybe going for another title, trying for another one this year. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl, but maybe the playoffs. But hold up, they're not even in the same conference, are they?
Nope.
So that would mean the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I don't see him going to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Now, what's everybody's opinion on multiple teams calling up free agent Richard Sherman?
Richard Sherman.
That name sounds so familiar.
Who? I'm gonna ask this: who do y'all see him being a fit with?
Who's all called him?
It just says multiple teams. Let me find something. See if I can find. Sherman. Let's see. Seahawks have called him up. The 49ers have. The Saints have. As of right now, that's the 3 teams I'm seeing so far.
Okay, no offense to anybody. What side of the ball does Richard Sherman play?
Defense.
I don't know.
He's the cornerback.
Oh, he's just a cornerback. I don't know.
The Buccaneers have called him up too.
I don't know. Let's talk about that. What does everybody think the likelihood of the Buccaneers going back to the Super Bowl is?
I say if they don't, then their championship that they won last year was a fluke.
I think it was a fluke. No offense, like Dak Prescott, no offense, is not fucking beating Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I say the Buccaneers got lucky that Patrick Mahomes was having a bad game.
I mean,
because if he was having a good game and he actually had a good line, then yeah, they would have easily destroyed him.
What, they upgraded the they upgraded their fucking O-line since that season, since over the off season. So I see the fucking them. I see where the fuck they're called. Patrick Mahomes. I see Patrick Mahomes winning it again.
Yep.
If Patrick Mahomes is gonna put Tom Brady in the fucking stand. Like, I think if anybody has the capability of winning more Super Bowls than Tom Brady, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. I say this is gonna be the year that Tom Brady passes the torch to Mahomes completely.
I don't think no.
I don't see that happening.
Exactly. Same here. I don't see it happening either. I see Tom Brady playing until he's 80 years old. Like, let's just be honest here. He is the oldest.
He's already made something. He's already made something clear. He's retiring in 10 years.
In 10 years.
I mean, a lot of people can say that, but age can change that in an instant.
Or an injury.
So 10 years. So he's 45. So he's aging at 55. God damn, that motherfucker.
Yeah, I doubt he's gonna be playing until he's 55.
I was about to say, I'm sorry, I can see a lot of stuff, but that's going for a world record. That's going for an NFL record, actually. Because the oldest person, if I'm not mistaken, I was watching something about it. The oldest person to play football was like 53. I want to say.
Never mind, he's changed it online on SportsCenter. It says he's gonna go till he's till the end of 2025, so he can just beat the record.
So 2025, he's 45 right now. So 4 extra, that'd be 49 or 50-ish. That still wouldn't even break the record.
Yeah, but that depends on what record he's trying to beat.
Yeah.
You're thinking about he's trying to beat the age record. Maybe he's trying to beat how many years you can beat in the NFL.
How long? What's the longest that somebody's been in the league?
years, I think.
30 years?
I want to say.
Okay. And he's been in it for 22? No,
48
24.
years old. 48 years.
So I was off. He ain't going that long.
George Blanda currently holds the record.
Okay. But my prediction for the Super Bowl this year is similar to actually same two teams, just different results this year.
I'm not predicting Tom Brady to go to Super Bowl this year.
Ooh.
I'm predicting for something stupid to happen. I'm predicting like one of these teams that started off with a bad season to go to the Super Bowl.
That's what
I
happened
know.
a few years ago.
Hey, what's everybody's
Ah.
prediction with the Jets?
Oh fuck, they'll never make a Super Bowl.
Oh, that'd be fucking funny if they were the team that fucking randomly pulled the upset.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like this year there's gonna be a genuine upset this year, and it's gonna be like
Yeah.
a genuine. It's gonna be like a more of like an interesting. Like no, like I can see someone else going to Super Bowl. Like I could see many different people. I just don't see fucking Tom Brady going this year. Like
Okay.
maybe the Green Bay Packers. I hope. Actually,
Actually,
I'm hoping Green Bay.
I don't know about the Green Bay Packers. I was about to say, because there's still rumors that Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. So what teams y'all think?
No,
could
those
use
aren't rumors. They're not rumors. He's done at this.
Well,
season.
okay. Well, yeah. But there's rumors of him gonna get traded this season.
He's not getting traded.
No.
Like they're fucking stupid. If they think they could trade him and go back to they'll use him for this entire season. But at the end this off season, they'll either look at trading him or he'll go in the free agency. If he goes in the free agency, I will be deeply depressed if the fucking Atlanta Falcons don't pick him up because fucking fucking Matt Ryan
Matt
is
Ryan.
on. This is his last season. This is his last season of his contract. So I hope they don't do a contract extension with his ass. I hope what they do is get fucking him, but we'll have to see in due time.
So
Hey,
But
look, we
nah,
have time to
why would Green Bay just let him walk when they could actually get something for him? If Green Bay's smart, they will trade him and actually try to get something in return.
It don't always work out like that. Like, sometimes it works like that, and that's what we want. But, and depending on the way his contract's written up right now, I think his contract has a no trade policy on it right now.
I mean, that's if he declines it, right? Or is it just that he can't get traded in general?
I don't think he can get traded in general, to my knowledge. I don't know. I may be lying about that, but what I know of, he can't be traded. He could have been traded at the NFL draft. If they were going to trade him, they should have traded him at the NFL draft for draft picks.
They really should have.
Well, like being honest, what they need to do is they need to get rid of Jordan Love, and they need to get rid of him and drafted one of the better QBs. They should have tried to draft either fucking what's his name, Justin Fields. Of course, Trevor Lawrence. They weren't Trevor Lawrence is in a bad situation all over. But they should have tried to get a better QB. Hell, they probably could have traded fucking what's his name?
Aaron Rodgers for the first overall pick.
No, they could have probably traded Aaron Rodgers to the fucking Jets and got Zach Wilson.
They could have.
Zach Wilson, if he had a good team behind him, he is a Super Bowl caliber QB
Team.
all over. No, he's a caliber QB. I mean, it's just he don't have the team behind him, and that's where he's gonna have those problems. Is he just don't have that behind him? Because let's just be honest,
I say
New York Jets ain't going back to Super Bowl no time soon. They got to do a total rebuild.
they've been needing to rebuild. What you mean?
They could have. I'll tell you, like they could have drafted fucking 3 people over what they drafted. Like, I don't even know who who did the Green Bay Packers draft in first round NFL draft?
It was some QB which pissed off Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Alright.
not this year. Not this year.
This year?
This year they drafted somebody else. I forgot the name of it. I'd have to look at it. I know it wasn't anything smart because Jordan Love was drafted last year or a year or two ago. Let's look it up because that.
Anyways, is there anything else? We're coming up to an hour mark, but is there anything else that's
It's
going to be
almost the end
introduced?
time.
Yeah, is there anything else coming up in the server that you want to mention in the last 5 minutes? Nathan.
I got nothing.
Oh, I'm an
I don't
idiot.
think
I'm an
Nathan
idiot.
has. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
no, I don't have anything else. But I'm gonna say this. By the way, I'm an idiot. I should have known who they drafted because they drafted
they
a
draft?
QB. They drafted
literally
a
said
fucking,
that.
my bad, not a QB. I said that wrong. They drafted a cornerback from my favorite college, and I knew they drafted him. I fucking totally forgot that's who they drafted. They drafted Eric Stokes with their first round pick.
Oh my.
Yeah, they drafted Eric Stokes. Let me look at it real fast.
So
First round, 29th pick from the University of Georgia. So, not bad.
So Nathan, do you want to end us off here in a minute?
Alright.
I'll say, let's go ahead and interrupt for today.